So these are my Audeze LCD-X headphones, which I've had since December of 2020. And I've had a number of problems with these, although the drivers are fantastic. The bass response in particular is pretty incredible for these, although they're pretty big and heavy. But so a few things that I've had trouble with. For the right, actually, I have the right one in this hand. For the right speaker, uh, there's a little screw on the bottom of this pole. I don't know what you call the part, but that screw constantly comes loose. And so the headphone tends to move around like this. And then what happens is it unseats from your ear. It winds up being tipped outward instead of directly up against your head. It tips outward and it unseats the cup from your ear. So I constantly have to tighten that. This is my second headband. The first headband stretched and hit the top of the metal here, and I was told that they have a second optional headband that pulls the headband down. It's a little shorter in the material here, I guess, and so it pulls it down away from the band and from the metal band, and so they were going to make me pay for that, and it was less than a year old, the headset, and so I kind of made us think about that, and they sent me another one. But now, as you can see, this metal band right here is really, really sharp, and as it said on my head, it caused this front. I think it's just glued on, is what it is. It's probably just covering the edge of the leather. Why they did that versus just, I don't know, dyeing it or doing something, I don't know. But basically, this headpiece just rests on top of my head constantly, and it's completely uncomfortable. I basically have to wear a hat to kind of keep it from digging into my head. And then finally, the real thing that's just absolutely ridiculous is I came down one morning and the cup, this is the left side cup right here. Over here is the left side cup. It had completely fallen off of the headset without me even wearing it, and I'm looking at it now. I don't know if you're going to be able to catch this on camera, but there's a whole bunch of glue just leaking out. They've sent me some new rings, or some new, not rings, but, well, they say ring on it, but they're 3M double-sided sticky tape to put on it, which is, I shouldn't have to do that. I've got this, let me take this cup off, and just to show you this, I mean, this is just a whoop. That's a pain with this too. They're kind of tied together, but this goopy mess that this is right now is incredible to me. It's just turned to gunk. If you look at this, and what worries me about that is, it's all gunky, and if it gets in the driver here, it's going to be a mess. And everything on the internet says to, pull it off, and somehow magically this tape is going to come off and stay with the ear pad. Well, that's not true. It's in two different pieces on here. It's all over this cup, and trust me, if you touch it, it like just gums to your fingers. So I'm not even sure how I'm going to get that off. I'll probably follow this up with a cut in later after I've played around with it with a razor maybe and tried to get this goop off of the driver. But totally cannot recommend this product to anybody. It needs a lot of work. I wish that Sennheiser would buy them out and stick the driver on a Sennheiser headband, which I've never had a problem with. It's far more comfortable than this headband, and be happier with it. People that write about these things, they put them on their head and they're like, "Whoa, this thing's awesome." And that's the review they give. It's not the reality of actually using this for a couple of years, what you're going to get out of it. So I've gotten the rather gummy tape. It's like a plastic layer film. I couldn't even show it to you on camera. It's too much to hold. It's just gummy as anything, and it's still all over my fingers. But what lies underneath that tape is like a felt in here. And of course, I've got gummy, sticky stuff stuck to the felt, which I now have to try to get off of there before I put the next one on. You can see it's just goopy, gummy, kind of, feels like something you'd play with as a kid, like some sort of gum. I don't know. So I got to get that all off of over here and up here without pulling the felt apart, and then put the tape back on. So we'll see how that goes. So I was able to get most of the goop, or snot almost is what I'd call it. Look at this. It looks like just goobers. It's black, and maybe it just picked up the black from the headphone leather or whatever, pleather or whatever it is, or it's mold. I don't know which, but it's all gummy, nasty stuff that was on there. Got that off, and used a little Fantastic to try to get the rest of the sliminess off of it, but that's about the best I can do. And now I'm going to try putting the tape on there, and there's videos of that. I'm not going to show you putting the tape on, but we'll see how well the tape actually works after I get it on there. So as you can see, I've gotten the headset back together, the headphones. We'll see how it goes. One of the positives, if you can say it's a positive, they sent me 2 of these kits, these ring kits, and I thought that there was just one in each of these, but there appears to be about 4 3M adhesive rings in each of these. So I guess I have enough for forever, maybe, for as long as I'm going to use these. So that's a good point, but really not happy with the headband on this. For such an expensive headset, to have the number of issues that I've had with the band, which I don't know if you can see, there's pretty much no gap in this. It just sits on my head, so it's not really resting on that leather strap at all. It's resting on the metal bar, and this is with the shorter, I guess, strap, whatever you call it, that you can order. Then the little screws here on the side come undone. They constantly have to be tightened, and now the adhesive coming undone in there. It's just I don't understand why they don't use a press fit cup. Something that has like a rubber ring that's sewn into it, and then you would push that rubber ring in a groove, like a groove fit kind of ring, to hold that on there, or just Velcro, or I don't know, maybe Velcro is too thick and lets too much air through or something. Maybe it doesn't make a complete air seal. I could sort of understand that, but certainly some sort of grommet based press fit system would work better. Or I'm not sure what the Sennheisers do, but I've never taken the ear pads off on a Sennheiser. Never had the need to. I've had one for, I don't know, like probably 20 years, and I've never taken the foam pads off. They last that long. So, they need to come up with something better than this headphone system they got. Make it plastic, make it lightweight, and make the ear cups, more press fit into the outer piece than using. I mean, this is kind of like third world stuff, using sticky tape to put on ear cups. It's just ridiculous to me. Anyway, thanks for listening.